Since its beginning, Minecraft has and will undoubtedly continue to be a block game. There is a large variety of blocks, with new ones being added to the game in nearly every single update. Hundreds upon hundreds of blocks make up the world, and more await the player in the creative inventory. The majority of Minecraft's blocks and items can be found in the creative inventory, and usually these will suit the player's needs. However, players more experienced and those who have played the game for a significant period of time will be familiar with most, if not all, of these blocks, even the more obscure ones like the petrified slab or the chiseled black stone wall. Most players think this is the extent of Minecraft's usable blocks. However, how much do you really know about the blocks of this game? Some blocks can't be found in the creative inventory, and can only be acquired by commands, such as the smooth mushroom block, a cool decoration item. The barrier block, a block typically used by map makers to restrict certain areas. The command block, which I'm sure we've all heard of. The jigsaw block, a special structure used for structure generation. The structure void, to represent air in structure cloning. And that's just naming a few. Once more though, we can go one step further, and players with more in-depth game knowledge will be familiar with all these items, if not most of them. But what about blocks you can only place and can't actually hold? Like the piston head. This unique block can be altered by the use of a debug stick, and can only be placed via commands. Another similar one is the attached stem. You can place it anywhere, but updating its surroundings makes it disappear. Using the set block command, you can also place in a nether or end portal without actually making the frame, both of which will take you to the respective dimensions. So what do all these blocks have in common? Yes, they are indeed strange, but we can see and interact with all of them. Yes, there are also the void air and cave air blocks, but they don't really exist and only matter for generation. So if you know all this, you're probably sure you've seen it all. But wait, what if I told you there was another block? A block so mysterious and strange, I'm willing to bet that a huge majority of the Minecraft player base has never seen it, nor heard of it. A block with a special classification, one that can only be placed by the set block command and is invisible to the player, its existence only proven through the strange and wondrous features I will show you today. This is the story of Minecraft's mysterious ghost block. What you're looking at right now may not look like much, or anything at all for that matter. But atop this pedestal is perhaps Minecraft's most unknown block ever. The moving piston. Now you may be thinking, what? This dude's pulling my leg, he's making this up, there's nothing there. Well, I would think so too, but this secret block has many special and interesting features that prove its existence. For instance, check out this water. It's staying still, right? Not flowing. But wait, weefies, there are just barriers around it. Well, there is a barrier, but that barrier isn't a barrier block. Because watch, I can just run through it. The water isn't flowing, but there's nothing here to block it. Or is there? Now, look at this pedestal again, this obsidian one, blast proof. And watch what happens as I right click on this area with a block. Okay, because I don't have keystrokes on, I'm like doing it like this with voice because I think it'd be really suspicious. Just because you could claim, oh, I'm not right clicking. So I have the grass block. I'm gonna hold it outside of the screen. Yeah, you can say it's not unplugged. I'm not. You can try this for yourself, but I am in fact right clicking. Now I'm gonna left click. Left clicking. I'm gonna left click on the area. I broke the obsidian. Excuse me. Left clicking. Nothing's there, and now I go ahead and right click again. Nothing happens. So yeah, it is there. But watch what happens as I light a TNT adjacent to that location. I won't cut, so you'll have to bear with me. But look. Alright, once again, we're doing this with voice, just for simplicity's sake, with no cuts to prove this is real. So right now, I am right-clicking. Nothing's placing. Left-clicking. Still can't right-click place on the area, so I can't place anything there. Now I'm just going to light a TNT next to it. Can wait for it to go off. I'm not cutting anything. And now, I can place a block there. perfectly fine. So what happened? Did the TNT cause a glitch? An update? No. It blew up the moving piston. Because the moving piston can't be interacted by the fist. It can't be broken. But it does exist in some weird limbo state that we'll get to, and one that can actually be blown up by the use of TNT, which I think is really interesting. And we'll get to why that is in a bit. Well, if that wasn't evidence enough, the moving piston also has a sound. Can you guess what it sounds like? Does it sound like redstone? A piston moving? We all know what that sounds like, the annoying piston extension. No. It sounds like stone. I guess Mojang chose stone because it's pretty much the most basic sound in the game, but yes, the moving piston makes a stone noise. How can we prove it, you may ask? Using the set block command and the destroy function associated with it. You may want to turn your audio up for the sound parts coming up, but I'll try to make them as easy as possible to hear. When using the set block command, a block doesn't actually make a sound when it's placed, and this is important to know. However, there is a feature of set block that does in fact make a noise. Destroy. When using the destroy function, the block being replaced by the set blocked block, or the block that is being set by the set block command, I hope that makes any sense, the block being replaced actually breaks, instead of just snap being replaced, or something similar. Also, just a fun fact, in the Minecraft Wikipedia, the moving piston is said to have a stone noise not only for destruction, but for footsteps, which I find really funny, because I literally have no idea how I'm supposed to walk on a block that I can't interact with physically. How am I supposed to make footsteps on it if I can't walk on it to begin with? That just makes no sense to me. But I think that's a quirky little fun detail that I thought I'd let you guys know about. The final and probably coolest ability of the moving piston is its interaction with Minecraft mobs. Minecraft mobs can actually see through it, but can't move through it, or they can't pathfind through moving pistons, making a hilarious scenarios possible, like this one, where the villager is scared of the zombie, but the zombie can't actually walk through what seems like open air. I find this so funny and actually use it in my quirky Minecraft video. This tidbit of information is also listed in the Minecraft Wiki, and for those interested in the details, I've hopefully linked it below in the description. Here's just another fun demonstration with me taunting these mobs. So, now we get to the interesting portion of the video. Why does the moving piston even do this? And why does it even exist for that matter? The moving piston represents what it is, what it says it is. A moving piston. Let's visualize this so I can better help myself and you understand it, because even I don't fully get it. So, watch what happens when I extend this piston with a block on its face. It extends, like it should, nothing special. But from a technical standpoint, from a game designer standpoint, it's not clear how one would program this smooth extension animation. Even if it's quick, it's still there. There is an animation of the piston extending. So, how is it doing that? The moving piston itself refers to the motion of the piston and its stroke. The moving piston isn't stored as a normal block in the game, because it varies in how much of a block it takes up every given frame. In one frame, the piston is extended to a certain extent. It's like taking up this much of the block. In the next, it extends a bit further, thus occupying more of the upcoming block on the extension, and less in the retraction. Because think about this. Look at this block I'm pushing. It's not occupying, when it's in the middle, where is it? Is it in this block? Or is it in the one it's about to take up? When it's retracting, is it in its original location? Or is it back in front of the piston? Where is it? How does the game store a block that is in between two other blocks? That doesn't make any sense. And that's what the moving piston is for. The moving piston is labeled as a block entity. A block with additional data associated with it, it stores more information. Similar blocks include a chest, or an end gateway for example, which both store more information about themselves. The chest stores its contents, or if it's locked or not, and the end gateway stores about its teleport location, and if to show the beam or not in case of a portal to Shulkerland. Looking through the moving piston's information, you can see one of the things it stores is progress, showing how far the piston is extended. It stores both the block being pushed and the piston head. So after the animation is finished, the moving piston is overwritten with either air, in the case of a retraction, a block, in the case of an extension, and the piston head, also in the case of an extension, where the piston takes up 2 extra blocks instead of just 1. Or, at least that's my interpretation. I'm not a technical Minecraft player, and definitely not to that extent, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. It may be a bit off. But that's really all you have to know about the moving piston. It's a very interesting block, and one fun to explore, especially those interested in the inner workings of Minecraft. It's extremely fun to consider the potential of the moving piston. Plugin and mod designers can use it to make force fields to keep mobs away. Builders can make fun sculptures with water or lava that seem to defy physics and gravity without the use of barriers. And event hosts and map makers can use it to limit where the players can place blocks, even in survival, by coating the floor and walls with moving pistons instead of setting everyone to adventure and restricting them entirely. However, that wraps up today's video. It was a bit quicker, but I want to talk about this block for a while because, like, no one does. So yeah, I hope you learned something, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, subscribing would be amazing, thank you. But once more, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Peace out, have a good one.